Hey guys, welcome to the We Want Picks post weigh-in show. This weekend is UFC 307 taking place in Salt Lake City, Utah. I'm Minty Bets and I will be recapping the weigh-ins from this morning. This Saturday we've got two title fights, the women's bantamweight title bout between Raquel Pennington and Juliana Pena, followed by the light heavyweight title between Alex Pereira and Khalil Rountree. 12 fights on the card, and I like the card, but betting-wise, I found it a little tricky. I don't know about you guys, but I had to give out a pick for the main event for UFC earlier this week, and I gave out Pereira by knockout, by KO TKO, because I had to give out a main event pick so far in advance before props and totals were even out, so it sucks. But the rest of my actual picks will be on UFC Fight Pass. Just search on the line, and I will be there alongside Yanni, Nick, and Fitz. Speaking of picks, don't forget to head over to WeWantPicks.com and become a premium member for all of Angelo's and Jacob's picks. Let's get started with the weigh-ins. In the main event, this will be Alex Pereira's third title defense, and he's pretty much headlining every other pay-per-view card. He's 6-0 as a betting favorite with 78% of his fights ending inside the distance, and over 64% of champions will go on to successfully defend the belt. Surprisingly, he was the last fighter to step onto the scale at 205, but no issues. He looked like the same. Khalil Rountree, he is coming off of 5 straight victories, 5-1 as an underdog, and he is a sizable dog at plus 360 last time I checked. He came in weighing 205 on the dot and looked great, and the main event is set to go. For the women's bantamweight title, Raquel Pennington is on a 6-fight win streak and cashing at 100% as the betting favorite. She stepped onto the scale this morning at 135 pounds, as did I. Juliana Pena has not fought since 2022 and lost to Amanda Nunes in that fight. She weighed 134.5, and I have to say, she has the prettiest smile. Next up, Mario Bautista versus Jacob's lock of the week, who is Jose Aldo. Let's start with Bautista. He's on a 6-fight win streak, but not as large of a betting favorite as one would think on that kind of a tear. Only minus 150 with his last win coming to Ricky Simon. He weighed 136 pounds. As for Jose Aldo, he's proven that age is just a number, coming off a nice win to Jonathan Martinez, and I, of course, had Jonathan Martinez. I also had Ricky Simon against Mario Bautista, so this was originally a stay away for me, but it is not anymore. Aldo is one of the final fighters to weigh in, and he looked a little stressed. I thought maybe he wasn't going to make weight by the way he walked onto the scale, but he made it at 136 as well. And a little nugget from Yanni the Greek, who, by the way, is on an absolute heater this year. He's had 16 straight winning weeks, and I don't care what you guys say about him. Go check out On the Line on UFC Fight Pass, and you'll witness him in the process of murdering all of us on the show. Anyway, Bautista has the 7-year edge here, and the younger fighter tends to win about 65% of the time, with 58% of those fights ending by finish. Kevin Holland and Roman Dolidze face off in the middleweight bout, and I love Kevin Holland. He seems like such a funny guy. He came in wearing these Minion glasses this morning, and he weighed 185.5 pounds, as well as Roman Dolidze. Next up, Kayla Harrison and Ketlen Vieira. This will be Kayla's second UFC fight, and she's the biggest favorite on the card at minus 1050. She has looked worse in her past weigh-ins, so she didn't really look bad in this one at all, in my opinion. She weighed 136 pounds. Meanwhile, Vieira is 3-0 as a dog, and she, I believe, was the only fighter that had to strip down. She did make weight, though, at 136. Next is one of my favorite fighters, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, taking on Joaquin Buckley in the welterweight division. My boy, Wonderboy, has lost 3 of his last 4 fights. He looked nice and tan, though, and I am sorry, but he is so cute. I just love him. He weighed 171 pounds, and Joaquin Buckley is looking good as well. I could not find a flaw on his body at all at 170.5 pounds. He's on a 4-fight win streak, and I do need him to win in a parlay here. Don't forget, Buckley has got the age advantage. Not that it super matters to me personally, but data says over 68% of the younger fighter with that large of an age gap go on to win the fight. On to the ladies, strawweight matchup between Yasmin Lucindo and Marina Rodriguez. Lots of people I know on Lucindo here, but I have nothing on this fight. We've got Lucindo coming off of 3 straight wins, most recently to Carolina Kowalkiewicz. She came in at 116, and she's taken on Marina Rodriguez, who has lost 3 of her last 4 fights, and she weighed 115.5. For the lightweights, we've got Austin Hubbard and Alexander Hernandez. Don't know why I said it that way. Austin came in at 156 pounds, and Hernandez also weighed 156. Next in the middleweight, Cesar Almeida versus Ihor Potieria. Coming off of, both are coming off of a loss, although Ihor has been defeated 3 of his last 4 fights, and he's also 1-4 as a dog. He's coming in at 185.5, and I like his tattoos. While Cesar is a sizable favorite at almost 4-1, I've got him in a parlay as well. Surprise, surprise. He weighed 185.5 as well. Next up, we've got light heavyweights Ryan Spann and Ovince St. Bleu. I'm not too interested in this particular fight. We've got both Ryan Spann and OSP weighing 205.5 pounds. Next up, a retirement fight. This will be Carla Esparza's final fight. Been in the UFC since 2015. She's fought some of the best and beaten some of the best. And now she's entering a new chapter in her life. Motherhood. She stepped on the scale for the final time, looking absolutely amazing from head to toe at 115.5. She's going up against Tecia Pennington, who is Raquel Pennington's wife. And I don't know if I didn't realize that or if I just didn't remember that until this week. But her makeup, hair, body, everything about her looks so badass, and she came in at 115. This should be a good fight, I think. Maybe. The first fight of the night will be between Tim Means and Court McGee, both on a rough patch lately, looking to turn things around. Tim Means weighing 171 pounds, and Court McGee came in at 170 pounds. And that does it, my friends. That wraps up the UFC 307 post-weigh-in show. Subscribe to the channel right here on YouTube so you can come back next week for the We Want Picks post-weigh-in show for UFC Fight Night. I can't wait for this one. Tatsuro Taira versus Brandon Royval. Let's go, Taira. Oh, this is going to be so good. Okay, thanks for watching.